Greetings everybody and welcome back to my channel. I will be your toy commander here on Planet Sizzle. Alright, so before we get on to today's cool review, let me tell you guys an interesting fact about outer space. Are you guys aware that there are rogue planets that have been knocked out of their orbit, just kind of chilling out in the universe, and they could do the same to another planet? So these rogue planets, they don't orbit a star, so they are difficult to see. In fact, we don't even know if there are any nearby at all. Statistically speaking, they're not even close enough to be a concern to our Earth. No. And we're actually, believe it or not, a pretty small target based on the size of the solar system, so I doubt they'll even find their way to our planet. We're just a tiny blue dot in this vast cosmos. Alright, now on to today's review. That's right, we are going to be making some candy today.
Sweet,
so Tasty Labs has this dinosaur candy making lab. Now it is a STEM experiment, that means science, technology, engineering, and math. So we're going to be making candy and learning something. That's pretty cool. Now this Thames and Cosmos kit has 8 different dinos to create. And right here on the front of the package we have watermelon and mixed berry. Alright, are you guys ready to learn about the science of gelatinous materials and make some gummies? Let's go. Alright guys, here we are at our Planet Sizzle experiment table or unboxing table with our Tasty Labs Dinosaur Gummy Candy Lab. Today we're going to be making our own gummy candy with a variety of shapes and different flavors. Here's a look at the back. Alright, so right here on the top it says, "Hey Gummy Scientists."
Tasty Triceratops, scrumptious Stegosaurus, and toothsome pterodactyl whip up your own delicious dinosaur-shaped gummies. As you prepare these gummy treats, you'll investigate the chemistry related to candy making and explore fundamental STEM concepts such as measurements, conversions, temperature reading, phases of matter, the scientific properties of natural polymers, and more.
Now this kit includes everything you're going to need except probably water. Alright, so let's get this thing out of the box. Alright, this is always fun to make different candy creatures or whatever, dinosaurs. I love making delicious treats. Here's everything out of the box. Let's see what we have here first. Alright, first of all, this is our mold, which makes all these different dinosaurs. You can see that right there. We have a variety of shapes and sizes. Then we have these packages. Now let's read each one. Mixed berry gummy candy, watermelon gummy candy, another mixed berry, another watermelon, and some sour mixture.
Surprise!
Now right here we have some stickers, and then we have some bags. So when you're done, you can put your candies in the bag with a sticker and give them to your friends. How's that? Or you can eat them yourself, right?
Yes!
Here's our instructions guide. We'll go over this and we'll follow each step carefully to make sure we don't mess up our gummies. Let's meet the dinos. Tyrannosaurus Rex, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Brachiosaurus, Spinosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and Stegosaurus. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's get going on our first step. So right here on the first page, there's some safety instructions and rules. Make sure you have adult supervision when working over the stove and stuff like that. And if you need help with your measurements, you can always seek advice. Now here's a page for parents and the supervising adults. The next page is the ingredients, which we already went over, and then it says, "Hey Gummy Scientists," we already read that. Right here, part 1, make your own gummy candies. We're getting there, we're getting to those instructions. Alright, combine 3 parts gummy mix with 4 parts hot tap water and mix thoroughly. For example, mix 1 tablespoon equal to 3 teaspoons of gummy mix with 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon equals 4 teaspoons of hot water. Ooh, That sounds confusing, right? We'll figure it out. Use level spoonfuls and do not pack the powder when taking your measurements. Use the hottest water you can get from your faucet. No need to boil anything, I guess. Just use hot water from the faucet.
Bingo!
You can also heat up the water in the microwave. Do not use boiling water. No boiling water. So as we go through our instruction booklet, we're gonna see that we can either make the red ones or pink, whatever they are, or green, and we can make two-tone gummies, or we can make single color gummies, which one you desire. So we're gonna start right here in the first page, which is a one-color dino. Let's do this. Let's get all the things that we're going to need. Now, we're gonna need 1 packet of the berry or the watermelon. Let's start out with the watermelon, okay? And then we're gonna need plastic gummy molding tray, which we have. Now, they do suggest that you can spray this with like a grease and they'll come out a little bit easier. We're also gonna need 3 teaspoons sour mix. Where's the sour mix? That's right here. Let's keep that next to us. And then plastic storage bags. But I think we're also gonna need water too, right? Hot water and a bowl to do the mixing, and a measuring cup. This didn't come with a measuring spoon, which I'm surprised it didn't. So we'll go grab those items and we'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back and I grabbed some more necessities to make these gummies. So I do have this right here. This has different measurements for spoons. We have a tablespoon, half tablespoon, 1 teaspoon, half teaspoon, and 1/4 teaspoon. So we're gonna need that. 2 bowls, because I'm gonna mix both the watermelon and I'm also gonna mix the berry at the same time because they do dry out fast and I wanna make sure that I can do some of those two-tone gummies also. And I have hot water right in here. Be careful if you are heating this up in the microwave because it gets hot really fast. All right, so the first step would be to pour the entire packet of each one into the bowl. There we go, 1 there, that's the green, that's definitely the watermelon, and then the mixed berry, which will be the red. Let's pour in there. All right, now it's time for our measurements. Now, before I get to pouring in the water, I did mention earlier that you can spray some oil so they don't stick. Now, I put a little bit of oil on paper, like vegetable oil, and basically just kind of dab it in each dinosaur hole here or mold. All right, so we have a little bit of, oil in each mold there. All right, now on to the mixing. So now it says right here we're gonna be doing 4 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. So let's get 4 tablespoons in each one. Four. Now it says to put 2 additional teaspoons. So let's do that. All right, now let's mix it up. Now you want to make sure it dissolves. Let's mix up the green. I only have 1 mixer, unfortunately. I should have brought up 2. So what I'm gonna have to do here is just, mix this for a minute, wipe this off, and then mix the red again. And now we're gonna start pouring these into the molds real quick. Now, they take about 15 minutes to solidify or to become gelatinous gummies, and you can put them in the fridge to speed it up. So I have this spoon. I'm gonna use this to, just scoop out some of the mixture. Let's see, there's a few more clumps in there. I need to make sure that they're all nice and dissolved. All right, 1 more mix on this side. All right, everything looks good. Now it's time to carefully pour the solution into the molds. All right, there, almost filled it up. Let's get a little bit more in there. All right, there's 1. Make sure you have something down underneath because it will stain when it spills, so be careful with that. All right, now let's try this two-tone thing. Let's pour, I don't know, half red, and then we'll go over to the green. Pour half green. Oh no! Well, we'll see if it works. It should work. Now just fill up all these with your gummy mixture. There's a lot of gummies here. All right, we got 2 more to cover right here, and we're gonna go put this in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. Then we'll come back and sample the gummies, and we'll see how they taste and if they actually work. Hopefully it comes out. All right, I think we have everything filled. Now we do have some extra gummy mixture, but that's okay, we don't really need it. Let's make sure we get this tray into the fridge for 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. While the gummies are in the fridge, let's go ahead and look through this instruction booklet at some of the other experiments that you guys can do. Experiment with colors. You can mix some of the colors to change the colors. Those are the dinos that we met, and it gives you a little bit of information about each dino, which is kind of interesting. So over here is a gummy experiment now. This is part 2. This is the first experiment. What you'll need is a gummy shape, which is, you know, one of the gummies when they're done, and a drinking glass of water or jar. Basically, you just fill the jar with 150 milliliters of water, about 2/3 of a cup, and place the gummy into the water. What do you think will happen to the gummy when you place it in the water?
Help.
Let the cup or the jar sit out for, you know, a little while in a location for a day. Remove the gummy from the water and record what happened to the gummy on a piece of paper. Now, right over here it says what's happening. From the experiment, you found that leaving the gummy in the water turns the gummy clear, and the coloring and the sugar spread out into the water. This is because the universe has a natural tendency to go from order to disorder, called entropy. This is why after cleaning up your room, it gets messy again within a few days. Here's another one called melting and freezing. Now I guess you can melt your gummy and you can freeze it and find out what happens. So on this page it says phases of matter. There's some really cool information about solids, liquids, and gases. Right over here we have what makes gummies gummy. It's called gelatin. That's what it is. And you can read up on that too. Over here we have different added ingredients to our gummy mixture. Right here we have chemistry with gummies. Red cabbage indicator.
What? Red cabbage?
And this experiment is just continued on this page with sour and bitter. Right here on the back, detecting acids and bases. There's a little chart right here. You can read through all that information. And then on the end, it's just a Cosmos quality and safety first aid. We don't really need any of that. Things were pretty safe today.
Cool.
Let's get a couple of these bags ready. Now, what we're gonna do in one bag is add some sour mixture, and you shake up the gummies, and you have like a, you know, sour coating on them.
Ooh la la.
All right, so let's take this, and what you can do is put it on a bag, and, you know, you can write your friend's name right on here, who you want to give them to. Same with the rest of the stickers. Just fill out each one with a friend's name, put it in the bag, and give them away. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and check on our gummies and see if they're ready, and then we can start pulling them out of that mold and, you know, putting some sour mix on them and bagging them up. All right, and most importantly, let's try them too, right? All right, guys, so I removed the mold from the fridge. It's been about 10-15 minutes. We're gonna see if these are gonna come out, but before we do, let's get one bag and pour in some of this sour mix, and some of these gummies will be sour coated. I'm not a fan myself of the sour mix stuff, but let's see how these come out. All right, so let's get a toothpick and remove our first dinosaur. Let's do this carefully. All right, looks like we got one dino that actually worked. Look at that. It's one Brachiosaurus. Let's take out a two-tone dino and see how that came out. There's a two-tone, I think, Triceratops. Oh, I broke his tail. I'm gonna have to eat that one, hold on. Not bad, actually, not bad. Up here we have some cool two-tone ones also. Let's see if we can remove one without breaking it. The Spinosaurus, I think. Let's take off some of that excess gooey gummy stuff. And there's the Spinosaurus right there. All right, let's do this. Let's put a few in the sour mix bag and see how those come out. Oh, they're sticking to the side of the bag. Oh boy. All right, there's one. Let's put this one in there. Let's take out another full green one. They're coming out pretty good. Oh, we're missing his head on this one. That's alright, you know something, it'll taste the same anyways with the head or without the head. Let's grab a pterodactyl up here on the top. Okay, perfect. The pterodactyl came right out. Alright, so we got 4 in this sour mix. Let's kind of shake them about in there. Let's see if we can get them to stick into the side of the bag. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, shake it all around. There we go. Alright, so these are coated with a sour mix. Let's try one. I'm not sure if I'm up for this. Oh boy, here we go. Now there's one coated with sour mix. Here we go, I'm trying it. Oh my, wow. Now that is sour. Woo. And let's pull out a few more. And while I'm pulling these out, I do have some update for you guys if you've been following Planet Zizzle. About 2 weeks ago, I, started an experiment with sea monkeys. That's right. And guess what? Yeah, I'm happy to announce that some of the sea monkeys are actually growing, and I'm going to give you guys a quick look at those sea monkeys swimming around in the cup. Alright, so there you go. You have some gummies in a bag. Give them to your friend for snacks at school. Let's get to those sea monkeys. I want to show you guys. You ready? Prepare to be amazed. Alright guys, so I have them on the windowsill. Now, I'm not sure if you guys can see with that magnifying glass, but as you can see, there's a couple in there swimming around. There they are. They're definitely in there swimming around. And what you see on the bottom is the algae. And that's the stuff that they eat. I have them in the window in the sun. So those, my friends, are the sea monkeys. Pretty cool, right? Alright guys, I have to say we had a successful Dinosaur Gummy Candy Lab experiment today with all our gummies we made. Now, don't forget to share this video with your friends, smash that like button, and come back to Planet Zizzle to keep the missions going. This is your Toy Commander signing off, and I'll see you guys on our next mission. I'm gonna eat a gummy, and it's now time for me to blast off out of here.